All right, welcome again to our show. We have called on here, and we were talking a little bit earlier, and we'll try to get a background put up with some flags and stuff. So maybe in the future, if you know any county councilmen that could spring for a few dollars to get some flags, we won't look so Spartan. But I enjoy getting together with you and bragging on sort of what we're doing, and this week is no exception. We've got a plea judge and a trial judge in Horry, and we've got another judge with a murder case going on in Georgetown. That defendant in the murder case, his name's Eric Smith. As we speak, they're doing closing arguments today after a week-long trial in Georgetown. I'll have to let you know one of these future sit-downs about how that turned out. But a lot of hard work going on. This week in Horry was pretty strange in the fact that we started off with a case that was a murder. The defendant didn't show up for his trial, and because of that, the judge from the bench issued what's known as a bench warrant or an arrest warrant. And when the deputies went out to serve him with the arrest warrant for not showing up, they found out that he had committed suicide. So that was our first up case, and then we went to several other armed robberies. So a murder takes a little bit longer to get together because, you know, you've got witnesses. Sometimes it's SLED, sometimes out of state people, and when we have that first up case, we really try to make it stick. When it doesn't stick, then we start calling cases from further down the rosters that honestly we're not as prepared for because we were prepared for the first one. But we called a couple of armed robbery cases, and once the jury was there, those guys pled also. So Terry Smith was next up on our trial docket. He ended up pleading guilty. That was an armed robbery and assault case against a local attorney, Bill Bruner. Terry had panhandled several times from Bill Bruner and asked for money, and then other times Bill had given him some money. He caught Bill coming out of a gas station, asked for money. Bill didn't have the money on him. Terry ends up in front of Bill Bruner's law office and hits him in the head with a bottle, stole his wallet and all of his credit cards. Anyway, he pled guilty once his case was called for trial, and Terry Smith got 15 years for that. He'll have to serve about 12 before he comes up for parole. It's a non-parolable offense. Right after that pled, we went to another one. That guy's name is John David Hudson. He pled to, once his case was called up, ready to go, he pled to 3 counts of armed robbery and a burglary charged. He had robbed several businesses in Conway along Highway 501. He come into court when he changed his plea to a guilty plea. He told the judge that he had done all of that because he was addicted to drugs and trying to get more money for drugs. But he had stolen stuff like lottery tickets and Newport cigarettes and stuff like that. Horry County Police and Conway Police worked together to put together a really good case. He ends up pleading guilty, and the judge gave him 15 years. Again, he'll have to serve about 12 or 13 before he comes up for parole. So at the end of last week, we had a jury out that we were waiting on. I told you I'd get back with you on that case, just like the Eric Smith case this week. But anyway, that case had called. It had gone to jury trial. It involved a guy named Demetrius McClary from Myrtle Beach. He was 23. He had attacked this Hispanic woman that was cleaning some rooms. He pushed her into the room, beat her up really bad, and we had charged him with attempted rape, burglary, all kind of stuff, kidnapping. He was convicted and got 35 years in prison for his part in that. So again, that's a no parolable offense. That's the last that we'll hear of Mr. McClary, but for his appeals and stuff, he should come up for max out somewhere around 30-31 years, something like that. So I'll get back with you soon on Eric Smith, but it's been a very productive week of court for Horry and Georgetown counties.